Hi, welcome along to another AFTV Transfer Daily, the show where we take a look at the targets or the players that have been linked with a summer move to Arsenal Football Club. And we're going to get straight into it. Of course, this is the week when the World Cup will be starting. So you'll probably find that as we get down towards the end of the week, the rumours are going to kind of tail off a bit. But at the moment, rumours still flying around with players being linked with Arsenal. I'm going to start off with a player that's been linked with Arsenal for a while, and now the rumours are growing even stronger and stronger, and that's Mario Mandzukic, a Croatian striker who plays for Bayern Munich, has been an integral part of that Bayern Munich side over the last couple of years, scored loads and loads of goals. Well, he has come out and admitted that he's going to be leaving Bayern Munich. He said that his style of football doesn't seem to suit what Pep Guardiola is wanting to do. He's not very happy. Of course, Bayern Munich have also recently signed Robert Lewandowski, so it's going to be very hard for Mandzukic to get in the team. I mean, if he's struggling at the moment, what's he going to do when Lewandowski comes? So he's going to be available, and he's putting it out there. He's putting it out there that, listen, I'm available. Now, Arsenal, will this be the sort of player that Arsenal will go in and try and bring to Arsenal? I've said it a few times before. He's very similar to Olivier Giroud in that he's a target man. He's not the quickest in the world, but he is a goal scorer, and he is, you know, would I say he's world class? I suppose you've got to say he's bordering on world class, or he is world class, because he's done it at the highest level for his country. He's done it at the highest level for his club. He's won Champions League medals, Champions Bundesliga medals. So he is a striker of the highest order. But will Arsenal look at it and think he's too similar to Olivier Giroud? Another striker that has turned around and said, I want to leave, and this is a striker that apparently Arsenal are very interested in signing, and that is Romelu Lukaku. Played on loan at Everton last season, scored loads and loads of goals. Previous season to that was on loan at West Bromwich Albion, scored loads of goals. Belgium international, of course we know he's a Chelsea player, but now that Chelsea are bringing in Diego Costa, look like they're going to keep Torres. He's looking at it and thinking, if I go back to Chelsea, how many games am I going to get? He also doesn't seem to have the greatest of relationships with Jose Mourinho. Of course, for some strange reason, Mourinho sent him out on loan last season and then complained how he didn't have any strikers when, to be honest, the best striker was out on loan, banging in the goals at Everton. Now, I really like this guy. He is very quick. He's very strong. He's young. He scores loads of goals, and he's proven in the Premier League. Is he too similar again to Olivier Giroud? Again, it's another sort of target man type player. I don't know. I think he would be a good addition for Arsenal if Arsenal decide to go and get him. He wouldn't be cheap. They're talking about him being about the £25 million mark, and that'll be expensive. The similar sort of monies that they're talking about for Balotelli. And who would you choose if it came down to it? Would it be Lukaku or would it be Balotelli? That's a real, you know, that's a real conundrum. But definitely he's a proven striker in the Premier League, and that does count for a lot. And talking of that Balotelli thing, I remember on yesterday's show we said we were doing a poll to find out if Arsenal fans would want Mario Balotelli at Arsenal. Do you want us to sign him, yes or no? Was the poll on our website. And 85% of fans said yes, 15% no. That is quite overwhelming, quite conclusive that most Arsenal fans definitely would like to see us sign Mario Balotelli. Moving on with the targets, another player being linked with Arsenal today, and it's a Southampton player, and it's not Callum Chambers, who I told you about yesterday, the right back, but today also Morgan Schneiderlin, who's the holding midfielder, dynamic midfielder that they've got at Southampton. Had a very, very good season last year at Southampton. So good that he's been called into the French national team, where Morgan Schneiderlin has been linked with a move to Arsenal. Another Frenchman, again. So we'd have the whole of France paying for us soon. But he's been linked with a move to Arsenal. And listen, we do need a holding midfielder. If this is the world-class holding midfielder we really, really crave? He's definitely not world-class. He's an up-and-coming player. You've got to look at it that way. He's got no Champions League experience. But then he probably wouldn't cost as much as some of the other targets in that position. And again, as I said with previous targets before, he's Premier League ready, got experience of playing in the Premier League, which is vitally important, because you can see even with Mesut Ozil last year, it does take time to get used to the hustle and bustle and rigours of the Premier League. Got to tell you about another target, another Frenchman, and this is Clement Grenier. Now, he plays for Lyon. Yet again, another player that always seems to get linked with Arsenal. Unfortunately for him, we're not going to see him in the World Cup because he's had to go home injured from the World Cup. But he is a very, very classy player, midfielder, creative midfielder. Now, do we need another creative midfielder? I know in the past Arsenal have been interested in him, but I just can't see this one happening. I mean, why would we turn down Cesc Fabregas and then move for Clement Grenier? And he wouldn't be cheap either. So I can't see that one happening. But again, that's another player that has been linked with us. And just to tell you about these rumours about Carlos Vela. Now, there's a load of rumours flying around yesterday that Arsenal are doing this deal to sign Vela, and how Vela's agent and everybody and the associates from Real Sociedad were in London to talk to Arsenal either Saturday or yesterday. Now, how I've heard it is that they're here to talk to Arsenal about trying to sign Vela, because Arsenal sold Vela, should I say, for 2.5 million to Real Sociedad. They then have got this buyback clause where they can buy him back for 3.5 million. Now, he had such a good season last year in La Liga that his price has rocketed up. And if Arsenal, say Sociedad wanted to sell, then Arsenal would get a big chunk of any sell-on clause. Very smart deal that they've done there. Looks like Sociedad, what they would like to do is just purchase the player for, pay Arsenal a bit of more of a fee and purchase the player outright. Bit of a complicated deal, this. But it looks more like Carlos Vela won't be coming to Arsenal. And to be honest, me personally, I don't think that's the sort of player we need. He's been here before. Good player, very skillful player, technical player, but didn't really cut it in the Premier League. And if it's something that we could use to say, for instance, try and sign Antoine Griezmann, then that would be a very good deal. If we could use that in, to sort of sway that, because Griezmann would definitely be a type of player that Arsenal could do with. So we'll have to watch this space on that one. But Vela's associates were in London yesterday talking to Arsenal. Let's get into a couple of your comments and see what you guys have got to say about things. Twitchy chap says Schneiderlin is too similar to Flamini too. He said tall, strong player would be happy to sit back like Javi Martinez or Khedira. That's what he prefers. Yes, listen, Javi Martinez and Khedira, we're talking about two world-class holding midfielders there. I'd love to see those come in as well, but of course Schneiderlin would offer a sort of a cheaper option. Bob Smith says if Mourinho won't loan us Demba Ba, there's no chance we'll sign Lukaku. That's probably, I couldn't see Mourinho wanting to let Lukaku come to Arsenal. But if Lukaku's dead set on moving, and remember, if Chelsea are signing players like Fabregas, they're going to need the money because of the financial fair play. They're going to need money to come in. So, they'd have to try and get that done. Bob Smith also cheekily says, Robbie, what happened to Jamaica yesterday? What, in the cricket? They got smashed by France. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Our Jamaica team has gone down. But listen, my other team, England, let's hope that they can do some big things in the World Cup anyway. Let's see, Ping Labu says, sorry, just lost him there. So many of your messages coming in here. They just move rapidly here on this Google Hangout thing. You've got to have an eye that's moving at the speed of light. But he's saying that Mandzukic wanting to leave, so is Lukaku, and Balotelli is available soon. Either of those, mostly Mandzukic, he says, if we can manage to get that, we'd have a class player for Arsenal. And that's true. That would be, that would be a good signing. Dewey said Lukaku up front would be a decent signing and a left winger, and going on and on and on, going through all these comments. A lot of people here seem to like the fact that we could get one of those, you know, whether Lukaku, Mandzukic, Balotelli, they're all saying, listen, any of those, go out there and grab them. Loads of comments coming in, and I'll go through all of those after the show. But thanks for watching Transfer Daily. We will be back tomorrow around about the same time, keeping you up and telling you what's happening in the world of transfers here with Arsenal. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. And don't forget to take a look at all the videos on Arsenal Fan TV. We've got a new video up at the moment talking about the players at the World Cup, Arsenal players at the World Cup, which one of them are going to star. Make sure you check that video out. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Have yourself a great day.